Personal injury lawsuits take time. Often they drag on for months or even years. While you wait for a resolution, you miss work, your daily wages stop, and those everyday bills keep piling up, quickly draining your savings. Because of this financial pressure, many plaintiffs find themselves forced to accept a settlement that is far less than their actual case value. They take a quick, low-ball check out of desperation rather than holding out and letting their legal team fight for their full estimated compensation. To bridge that gap, there is a specific financial tool, pre-settlement funding. This is a cash advance offered directly against your future lawsuit settlement, and it is used specifically to cover your ongoing living expenses while your case remains active. The central mechanism that makes this possible is called non-recourse funding. This is entirely different from a traditional bank loan. With a bank loan, you owe the money back no matter what. With non-recourse funding, repayment is completely contingent on the outcome of your case. You only repay the advance if the judgment comes out in your favor. If you lose the lawsuit, you owe the funding company nothing. Understanding how this tool operates is the first step to relieving your financial stress. By preparing a proper application today, you give yourself the breathing room to hold out for the exact compensation you deserve. Step 1 is confirming that you can actually apply. We need to check your specific case against the industry's eligibility criteria. This visual checklist covers the most common qualifying lawsuits. Funding is heavily focused on personal injury categories. Dealing with a car accident, a slip and fall, or medical malpractice, your case fits the baseline criteria. Funding is also available for other complex litigations, including wrongful death, racial discrimination, and product liability cases. However, having the right case type is not enough. There is an absolute mandatory prerequisite. You cannot apply for this advance on your own. You must have already hired an attorney to represent you in court. Furthermore, that legal representation must be operating on a contingency fee basis. This means your lawyer only collects their fees as a percentage of your final settlement. This requirement exists because funding companies need a professional legal evaluation of the case before they provide an advance. If you submit an application without an attorney of record, it will be immediately rejected. Confirming your qualifying case type and securing a contingency attorney are the non-negotiable gateway requirements. Once you have both, you are ready to begin the process. Step 2 is evaluating your own case strength to anticipate the terms of your advance. Because this advance is non-recourse, the funding company assumes 100% of the risk. They price that risk into your interest rate. This dashboard illustrates how they calculate that risk. Notice the dials for injury severity and surgery cost. When injuries are more severe or require costly medical procedures, the funding company views the case as having stronger tangible evidence. As those dials turn to high, the connected interest rate dial turns to low. Next, they evaluate the legal merits. We add dials for the lawsuit's winning probability and the expected payout. A higher likelihood of winning and a larger expected settlement both reduce the lender's risk, pushing your interest rate down even further. Finally, the timeline matters. If your settlement process is expected to drag on for a long period, the cost of carrying that risk increases. You'll see the time to settle dial turn to long, which causes the interest rate to tick back up. By understanding these specific variables, you know exactly how the firm is evaluating your file. You move from being a desperate borrower to an informed applicant who is ready to review a contract. Now we enter the final phase, executing the 3-step application. In Sub-Step 1, you apply. You navigate to the official contact page and fill out the required form fields. You will enter your name, your specific case type, and your attorney contact information. Take a moment to verify that the contact information for your legal team is perfectly accurate. A simple typo here is the most common reason for a delayed application. Sub-Step 2 takes place behind the scenes. The funding company will begin their review process by directly contacting your attorney to discuss the details of your case. To keep things moving quickly, call your attorney immediately after you submit your application. Tell them you have applied for pre-settlement funding, so they are expecting the call from the firm. Your attorney plays a critical role here. They will submit your specific case-related documents to the funding company to officially verify the merits of the lawsuit and the expected rewards. Sub-Step 3 is receiving your final approval and reviewing the contract. Every lending firm has its own policies. Sit down with your attorney. read through the proposed terms and conditions together and make sure the agreement suits your needs before you sign anything. As a general rule, expect to be approved for an advance of up to 15% of your total estimated compensation. Once the paperwork is signed, the funds typically arrive in your account within a few days. Coordinating closely with your attorney during these 3 specific steps ensures you secure that rapid cash injection without causing any delays to your actual legal strategy. Completing this application process removes the defense's main advantage. By submitting your documents and securing external backing, you take control of the timeline. Securing this cash injection neutralizes your immediate financial pressures. You can pay your past due bills, cover your groceries, and manage your daily chores without panic. Removing that financial strain buys your legal team the exact time they need. They can now fully litigate your case and secure the maximum possible verdict based on your legal claims. Pause the video right now, call your attorney to inform them of your plan, and then click the link below to start your online application.